Welcome to the desert. I have to give you the slice. The slice is that we are the New World Order map out in the United Nations, both of us on our knees, because Marone was on his knees doing the EDM hand movements, and I sat in the chair. And then Karsh Kale is half Mexican. So that's why he was not on his knees. So when you're looking at Adam and Eve on the United Nations, it's the apple of that they are the representation of the good side of the ego. They're Cleary of the Bradley Cooper. They're Jeremy. And then ACB. It's policy that was going on then. And that's the apple that was going on. And I was naked too. All three of us were in that moment. And it was EE of the everyone else of the Gentiles, is what we all noticed of each other. And when they brought in the guy that was talking about army stuff, they held it until I left, and then they handled business. Okay. So when they talked to my sister online, and then I talked to them on the phone in Las Vegas, and Marone's dad had died, and his dad was in Lexington, and then I sent them something like Gone in 60 Seconds or Fast and the Furious, and then I never talked to him again. I never heard back. And they said witness. They were like, witness was the last thing you said to me, Marone. And that was what I'm talking about right now. So when we laughed about the gay stuff, it was because we all knew like it can be handled. And it was like we were more powerful than that. And they were my good friends. Like, I have to give you the slice now because this is what H's main dream was in my life. This is the dream that changed my life, and they were very important to me. I would lay down my life for them. And, with the Ben V, Chris Evans, Loki, Holocaust in the Avengers film, I have to look into the details. That's what H always said was the details. And that was the Mexican side of Karsh Kale. And he was not on his knees. But Marone was. And it wasn't weird. It felt weird, as he was doing the hand movements and all that. But that's the EDM stuff. I was foreign to it. I didn't know what it was. They were naturals at it. So, like the introduction of Aaron, the introduction of Just, like they were able to mold all that into what they did afterwards when I left. And then at the Carl's Jr., they were hook of the med man of my dad, because my dad is already, because like when it says already in the Thyatira, it's talking about like, Al, are you ready? Like it's saying like the UL, which is the U of L of Don Denny. So it's Abaddon, and then it means like the situational awareness of my mom with a Home Alone situation. And then it's my dad too as the gazelle and the crab and the shrew. Okay. And Cody Ditzler tried to say that that was him, that he was saying, "Ow, are you ready?" And that he was George Yeoman Pocock, and that I was the owl as the servant David. That's what he was saying. And like, look, I can slice that too and say that was not a diss either. But like when you're looking at the nickel situation, this is how it has all come to fruition. And Karsh, Kale, and Marone are not part of nickel. They reached out to my sister because they really wanted to talk to me. Like, this is a slice, okay? I'm just giving you the other side of the story, and like, this is important. I mean, we were all naked in that moment. I knew I was too, okay? And that's just how it was. So it's the Owl Ready, the Revelation 9, and the Ezekiel 17. That's what those are of the Anton LaVey. And then it's four end times. It's like you got the rod and you got your girl Cyrus, and like you're in your apartment getting ready to battle all this stuff that's going on, like mafia or whatever. That's what it is. That was in the show that I watched, the original Jakes. Okay, and Grox liked it in his videos. He put it in his playlist. It was he looked like the Delphin Noose from 300. It was that actor. Tom Wisdom is his name, I think. Tom Wisdom. And they were all they were part of that. Like they were forming what they were doing then. And like they played tennis. Like I played tennis too in Florida with my sister and my dad, and I've played a little bit here. You know, I've played in many towns, and like I understand tennis. Like it's a very different kind of sport where it's completely individual. It's completely individual. It's based on what you want to do yourself. That's it. It's not team based. Now, if you're on a team like Concordia, yeah, I get it, but um, it's just not really looked at as a team sport. I mean, did they try to make it like that? I don't think so. They never approached me like they were looking to make it a team sport. These guys. Okay. Thank you. Have a good night.